Today I picked myself up a new quadcopter. It's the Syma X20-S, and S stands for sensor, I suppose, because this is another gravity controlled quadcopter. Gravity sensor control, and it comes with this kind of transmitter, not your normal kind of transmitter. And this is the second gravity quadcopter I've flown, and I must admit this is the best so far for flying indoors. It is really, really small indeed. But before we get to that, you get a micro USB charging cable to charge up the quadcopter at the back. You plug it in there, then you plug the other end into your computer, because it has a built-in battery. The battery is a 180 mAh 3.7 volt one cell LiPo, and it doesn't take long at all to charge it up. About 25 minutes to charge it up. You get a spare set of propellers, and I must tell you, the propellers are pretty tough indeed. So even though the quadcopter does come with prop guards, these little props can give you a good little nip. And on the box it does say this quad is for ages 8 and upwards, and that's just about right. But just be careful, because like I says, it can give you quite a little nip. You get a screwdriver, and there is a screw, because on the back of the transmitter you want to put that screw in, or you don't have to, because it takes 2 AAA batteries at the back. Let me just put that back on. You do get a manual as well. The manual's not too bad. It's a bit confusing when it comes to a couple of points, and that's these 2 buttons here. The reason being is this, once you've bound it up on the other quadcopter, the other gravity sensor quadcopter, when I bound it up and you're flying, you don't need to push any button to control the sensor itself. You usually just tilt it, and it will go to the direction you want it to go to. So if you tilt it forward, it will go forward. Backwards, it will go back. If you tilt it to the side, it will fly to the side. And left to right, whatever side, it will fly to back, forward, right and left. And this is your pitch, and to gain altitude you push up, and to descend you push down. And also it has an emergency stop. We'll go through that in a minute, but just now what I'm going to do is bind it up, and it's pretty, I'll just get this tangled up. It's pretty easy to bind it up. Just turn on your transmitter first. You'll see the light blinking. Turn on your quadcopter. It will flash away. You push up and you push down, and that's you now bound. Now the only reason it's flashing just now is because the battery's out of charge. Now quickly what I'm going to do is to take off, you push up on the stick. You see the props, they're spinning away there, and if you push up again, that's you, and you'll take off. But if you push down for 2 to 3 seconds, it will cut the motors out, and that's your emergency stop button right there. And as you can see, you've got green lights at the back and red lights to the front for orientation, because it is quite a small quadcopter. And if I was you, I would definitely fly this indoors, but you can fly it outdoors only if there's absolutely no wind whatsoever. The quadcopter weight is 22 grams, so that's really, really light indeed. Now that's basically it for the quadcopter, and it's a lovely, great little quadcopter to fly indoors. I'm having a blast with it, I must admit. Now we'll get round to the transmitter and all of the settings. These are your trim buttons. It also has altitude hold, so that's why the stick's constantly in the middle, so the quadcopter will hover there. But for if any reason it's drifting, you can trim it out, or if you want to reset the gyro, set it on a flat surface like this, and once it's bound up, push down to the right on the stick and the quadcopter will flash, and once it stops flashing that means it's reset the gyro, and it should hover and not drift anywhere. But like I said, you can fine tune that with these trim buttons. Now underneath, to make the gyro sensor work, you have to press and hold the button and tilt it into which direction you want it to go while you are controlling the pitch and the altitude and descent. And if you let it go, it should just hover there. But you have another button here that doesn't do nothing. I thought you pressed that in and it just stayed on the gyro sensor, so you don't have to press and hold the bottom one anymore, but it doesn't do nothing at all. That's a fake button in my opinion. And the quadcopter also does 360 flips, and the way to do that is you let go of the button that controls the gravity sensor, then just press it one time, do that, and it will flip to the right. And if you press the button again and push forward, it will flip forward and backwards and so on. So you get what I'm trying to say. Rate modes, and the way to change the rate modes is you push the stick in. So as soon as you start off, you'll be in rate 1, and if you push it in, you'll be in rate 2. Rate 2 is the best mode to fly in. It's not super fast when you're flying indoors, because you don't want to be doing that because it takes a long time. It'll take you a long time to get used to the gravity sensor. So if you're a beginner, stay in rate 1. Once you get better, go into rate 2, and that'll be you. That's everything for this little new Syma X20-S. It's a great little gravity sensor quadcopter. Now all we need to do is see some flight footage, and that you shall. So enjoy the video. We turn the transmitter on. I'll turn the quadcopter on. That's it on. I'll hold it level, push up and push down, and that's us bound, as you can see, and push on the stick and up again to take off. And of course you press and hold that trigger button in so you can use the gravity sensor. Now that's us in mode 1, and mode 1 is very slow indeed, as you can see there. It's very ductile and slow. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop it into my favourite mode, which is mode 2, because it's a lot better and it's a lot easier to fly in mode 2. This is, well, I've only ever flown another gravity sensor quadcopter before, but I can tell you one thing. For this time of year, this is the perfect time for you to pick one of these up, because it's a great time to learn how to fly one of these, because I'm more than sure there's going to be plenty of them coming out. And this is amazingly stable. I mean, you know, it really is super stable. Now it does 360 flip, and how you do that is you let go of the stick that's controlling the gravity sensor, then you push it in once and tilt it, and there you go, you have a flip. So whatever direction you tilt the transmitter at is whatever direction it will flip at. So we'll do that again, we'll do a back flip. I'll let go of the gravity sensor, press it, and back flip. No, it never did it there. Let's try that again. I'll let go, press the button and back, and we had back flip there. So that's how easy it is to do a back flip. It is super simple indeed. It really is. It's such a joy to be flying this quadcopter, it really is. Like I said, I have flown different, that is the yaw on rate 2. It's not mega fast, but you don't want it to be. This is excellent for indoor flying, it really is. And the other machine that I tried with the gyro, the gravity sensor, was just a little too big. The quadcopter was for indoor flying, and it was just a bit too twitchy. But this It's just perfect. You can take it out to fly outside, but I'm afraid you would have to fly in no wind whatsoever. And that's me doing another flip there. As you see, it kind of gains a little bit of altitude after you do a flip, which is good. Remember, it does have, whoops, right now I crashed, as you see there. If you crash, you pull down on the stick for 2 to 3 seconds and it will stop the motor. Now we're going to take off again. Whoops, but not that high. Right, okay. Remember, it does have altitude hold and it has headless mode as well, but I have not, for some crazy reason, mastered headless hold on this quadcopter. I don't know why. I just can't seem to get the knack of it. I don't think I've played around with it, flown it enough to get used to headless hold mode on this. But this is an amazing, like I said, and I'll say it again, it is totally something different and it's great. You can see those green lights at the back and the red lights at the front for orientation, and it does have those prop guards. It can still give you a little excuse me, it can still give you a little nip. Those propellers can give you a real good nip, so be wary if you have kids about. Don't think this is something that won't give them a little scratch, you know, but I hope you can see my hand movements here, but it is so simple and easy, it really is. Couple of flights and you'll be off. What a quadcopter. Excellent indoor flying quadcopter, it really is. The gravity sensor is just about right for indoor, especially in small spaces. Now, like I said before, you can fly it outside and it will go a lot faster outside. Flying time, well, that depends how fast you're going to fly it, but all in all, there's nothing really I can say bad about it, apart from the other button that you've got above the gravity sensor. It doesn't do nothing. Now there you see that's telling me that the battery's low and it wants to come into land, and so we're going to bring it into land now. I'm going to bring it over and land it right there. Right. And one more thing. Well, no, I've already went through that with you. But that's it. That's the Syma X20-S gravity sensor micro quadcopter. It's an amazing little thing, it really is. Fun for indoor winter times. Great Christmas present. I must buy in my opinion. I'm going to be flying this a lot because this is just great fun, it really is. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always my friends, happy flying!